I'm Ben.
I'm Mary.
And we're the owners of MotoCampNerd.
I am not a risk taker. I'm very much, well, we have this money in the bank and we need to save it. So when he brought up the camping store and doing the moto camping, which we both enjoy going out and going moto camping. We do camp 2 up because I do not ride as of yet. I'm trying, I'm not sure, we're gonna see. I was totally on board. So I was like camping and I'm good. I feel like I'm good with the retail side. So it's like, I had knowledge there. It just felt like something that worked. So I was like, we can invest in that, we can do that. But like I said, I'm not the risk taker. So it was kind of one of those funny moments. I think he was surprised that I said, yes, we can do this. We can spend our money on this.
Ever since I can remember, I was trying to either like start a business mowing lawns or doing something to just kind of, I don't know if it was just because I wanted to make the money or if it was because I wanted to just do something for myself and just that drive. And so I've always had that want to do something just for myself. And so over the years, we got into motorcycling, and it's when I started riding, it was like, oh, well, we were big into vintage bikes. So it's like, oh, I could start a used vintage bike business because I know how to work on the carburetors and just turn over bikes, because it was just something that I could do because I have the time to work on what I wanted to work on when I wanted to do it, and then I'd have the free time to go ride and do whatever else. Now actually owning the business and doing it, I realize it's not that easy. Being able to have a job where I can actually set what I want to do and go where I want to go and just have that availability instead of being restricted to, oh, you only have this much vacation time in a year. This is what you got time to go do your thing. The rest of the time you're dedicated to the company. So without rewinding too far back, we'll just go back to when I started riding. I rode for a year before I did my first motorcycle camping trip. And the first motorcycle camping trip I went on, it was just gear from Walmart, essentially. And that one trip was...
And the best pillow ever?
Yeah. The best pillow ever was my sweatshirt, recommended by Mary. The sweatshirt rolled up into a ball, and it was like sleeping on a rock. So I tell people, never again, just buy the damn pillow because it's small enough, Anyway, so that first motorcycle camping trip was just something completely different. I mean, I've just never done anything like it before. And so it was inspiring enough that wanting to do it more and more and get out. But then over time, I realized how difficult it was to source all of the camping gear because, you're looking for not necessarily backpacking ultralight gear, but a mix of like car camping and backpacking gear. So you want it to be durable, but small packing, but not necessarily ultra light and thin and brittle. Again, kind of going through the corporate lifestyle and wanting to branch away from that, coming up with business ideas, we decided to go with the camping store to be able to, curate all the camping gear that we know of, and then what other riders have recommended, what we've used, and put it all in one place to make it easier for riders to find, hey, look, this is a one-stop shop. You go here, all this gear is already kind of pre-selected and known to work really well for motorcycle camping. Mid-2020 is when we had the idea to do the store, and I started just randomly reaching out to all the different brands that I wanted and asking, hey, I'd like to create a store. And Sea to Summit was the first brand to respond back, and they were kind of questioning a lot of stuff because at the time we did have the website, we did have a bunch of t-shirts up, we had no camping gear. The sales rep for Sea to Summit was kind of questioning us and like, well, what's your plans? What's the whole theory behind your website and what are you doing? And once I explained it to him and kind of pitched our idea, he fell in love with it and he's like, oh yeah, that's a great idea. That's fantastic. Nobody else is doing this, so we'd love to help you out. And that was kind of the green light for me that, after being shut down by so many other brands who said, well, you have to have a brick and mortar store. We didn't really have the capital for it at the time to do a brick and mortar and buy all this inventory. And so that kind of is what really gave me the green light and got the ball rolling, and it got me excited. Because like, wait, there's somebody out here who actually wants to support us, even though we're in the garage. Then the second was Snug Pack. And then at the beginning of 2021 is when we got Big Agnes, because they said yes. We told them we'd work on getting a brick and mortar store within a year. So we held up to that promise. And then Giant Loop was more than happy to help out and come on board as well. So that covered us on a big range of our camping gear, from sleeping gear, kitchen gear, and luggage.
We have a 2-car garage, and when we moved into the house, I was supposed to be able to have one side of it for my car. I've never parked a car in there. Never. Yeah. Yeah, so because we rearranged the garage, so one half of it literally had the shelving up. There was just like, what kind of shelving do you call that?
It's like the metal shelving that's in the background. It's that industrial shelving from Home Depot.
Yeah, we had the industrial shelving in there. So 4 of those racks in there, and at some point, like, I couldn't fit stuff in there anymore, and that's about when we were like, yeah, we're gonna open the store. And then we, worked on finding a place and getting in here.